All right, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back here for another recap video. Today, we are finishing in the green, up just shy of $800, so total of $782.16. So all things considered, today was a pretty decent day for me. Hopefully you guys also were able to pull out some profit. We did have some decent opportunity, mostly on REBN, which is the primary stock that I traded today. Took a couple stabs here on TIVC and also NIVF, but couldn't really get anything going on those. REBN was the main winner. We were looking at REBN pre-market, and I did take a couple trades in this area looking for the break of 3 and maybe a squeeze through the high, but taking a small loss on that one. I think I bought in the pullback here. Yeah, I said that I bought the pullback at around 280 to this previous pivot point, looking for that as support for the next move higher, but we didn't hold up, and I took a small loss there. Then we started to form a bottoming and reversal, so kind of reverse head and shoulders on the 1 minute, so left shoulder, head, right shoulder, depending on how you look at it. And even in this moment, I was like, in this candle right here, as it was forming, I was like, man, we break back over this. You know, I bet you long traders are looking at this for a potential longer hold time. For those, position traders, this would have been a great opportunity to get in because price never came back down. It never came back down to this, to even break even. You would have pretty much had a 78% upside from there. So maybe in a different world, I would be a different trader, but right now I am not a position trader. I'm not a long hold time trader. I am a scalper. I'm a hyper scalper. That's the trading style that I've been using, and it's been working out pretty well. So I'm gonna stick with what's been working for me. As long as it's working, don't need to fix what's not broken. And if it does at some future point in the distant future that this strategy no longer works or commissions come back, then maybe I'll look into a longer position hold time to kind of offset those commissions. But for right now, hyper scalping is the way to go for me and a lot of other traders in the community. So REBN, very nice here at the opening. We had the opening surge, but we could not break and hold over the pre-market high. We flushed way back down, but we were able to kind of hold this pivot, this previous resistance, which is now support. We were able to hold that. We were able to hold VWAP, and then we ripped right back up, kind of like a cup and handle pattern. So we have, here's the cup here, and then the handle. So kind of like a cup and handle pattern. And we got that rip through the high, very nice breakout. I was able to capitalize on that on this first leg, although it wasn't that crazy. Went from $3 to only $4. I was able to pull out maybe about $350 or so on that first leg. Then I kind of traded the consolidation, kind of looking for the next move higher. I was really looking for that next leg, but we didn't get it all the way until 10:20. But in this area, I was kind of getting chopped around, small green, small red, small green, small red, and then up in this area, I was able to, again, a very nice breakout, getting in for that break of 4 and getting a nice exit here. My best exit up here was around 435 on half of my position. I got out at 435 and the rest at 418. So pretty decent trade on that one as well. And I was able to, pretty much double my profit on the day. I was up 370 and then adding another 370, which puts me up around 750. And then I was able to add a little bit more profit on the next pop here up to 450. So that was the day. I'm up 782. That's pretty much finishing at the highs. I didn't give back any profits on the day, which is fine because after this move, after this breakout, it just went backside. And that is, I couldn't have played it any better. Honestly, I couldn't have played this day any better. Focusing on the front side, focusing on the momentum. At the moment, the momentum is in the market, showing some good action. And then once the action ends, tapering off or even stop trading altogether. I didn't trade any of this. I don't think I traded any of this coming down, which is good. That's very good. I was able to kind of recognize that when the momentum is likely to be fading. Let me see. I'm actually not entirely sure. Did I do any backside trades? Maybe in here I did. Yeah, so it looks like I did attempt here because technically this pullback in this area, technically that pullback is still bullish because we're above previous highs. We're holding support. There's no sign yet. Right here, there's no sign on this pullback that we're bearish. Even though we're a little extended, it still looks good because we're holding, technically we're holding these previous topping tails. These previous topping tails that was resistance is now support. In this area, you know, if we completely erase all this, if we completely erase all that, and we just focus on this, you know, you're still kind of in that front side move. And we could have popped back up and reclaimed 450 and went for another move higher. And you've seen it before. You've seen it happen before. So, you know, not really letting go yet. Not really, you know, walking away until I see the end of the momentum, the end of the front side move. And once we broke down that, once we broke down below this previous support or previous resistance, which is now support, and this 1 minute pullback here, once we broke down below that, pretty much could have seen, you know, the backside coming. And then from there, we're coming all the way down, very tight consolidation under VWAP, and then fading. So it's good that I was able to avoid that. Also on the 5 minute, as we were breaking below this pullback, this higher low pullback, as we were breaking below that, it was also breaking below the 5 minute 90 EMA, which is also another signal of a potential backside. The 5 minute 90 EMA, as long as we're holding that, we're still considered front side move. Front side, front side, front side. We break below. And here we did break below, but we quickly reclaimed, showing strength. And this is going to give the traders who look at the 5 minute chart. There's a lot of traders who look at the 5 minute chart. I look at the 1 minute chart. A lot of traders look at the 1 minute chart, but there's also a lot of traders who look at the 5 minute chart. So for those 5 minute traders, you know, they're seeing this and they're saying, wow, look at that bottoming tail on a 5 minute chart, reclaiming that 90 EMA. I'm thinking we're getting another leg. And they get in, they get that extra conviction, and they, you know, they add some demand along with the 1 minute traders. So you kind of get that sort of, so on the 1 minute, sort of like a bear trap, you know, fading, you know, shorts are adding, looking for the fade, and then we pop back up. And now shorts are now in trouble. You know, they're stopping out break even, stopping out for a small loss, all up in this area. And that's where we get that move. So it's all about that what they call it is multi-timeframe alignment. Multi-timeframe alignment is if you can identify multi-timeframe alignment, you can definitely more likely have the odds in your favor because you have more eyes looking at that specific setup. Not only 1 minute traders, but 5 minute traders, also daily chart traders. In this case, the daily chart, we did have the high here at 480. So we weren't able to really break that, but you know, earlier in the day when we're hanging around 250, you know, a lot of eyes are going to be looking for this 480 as a target level. So anyone who's looking at daily charts, or even traders who look at or just trade the daily chart, which I don't know anyone who actually just only trades the daily chart. Maybe large cap traders, but I've never met a small cap trader that only trades daily charts, but honestly, you could probably make a good strategy using it because it's very reliable. But yeah, a lot of traders who are looking at the larger time frames can definitely see that we potentially could be getting that retest of those highs of 480, which is also going to give them conviction up until getting close to that target area. So yeah, one trader, I posted in the Discord pre-market saying, yeah, I like REBN, I like it. I think I have a target here at 480 because of that pre-market, or sorry, that daily chart high. And he was like, okay, cool, but how are you going to trade it? You know, he was probably thinking that I was just going to take a position pre-market and hold until I hit 480. That's just not how I trade. Like I was saying, there's, you know, different ways to trade, and you know, if it's not broken, don't fix it. And You know, a lot of the times, you know, maybe I would have taken a position down here and looked for the whole time, but, you know, over the course of, you know, days and days and days, months and months, you know, a lot more of the stocks will actually just dump rather than going higher. So the statistics for me just don't work out. But yeah, I would not just take a trade and hold it till that target. I'm usually, you know, if I see the target, you know, I'll keep it in the back of my head, and I'll actively trade the momentum as the candlesticks, you know, are starting to form. And also, you got the bull flags and the breakouts all the way up to that target point. Until we hit that target point, I'm going to be aggressive. After we hit that target point, then it could be a potential top, or you could be potentially topping out, and that's where maybe I start to reduce my risk up until that we hit that target. But until we hit that target, you know, it gives me, you know, good reasoning for me to get aggressive. So that's kind of what I use the daily chart targets for, not necessarily holding until we hit that price. Because who knows, like we could have done, you know, we never hit 480. We never hit 480. So let's say if I bought at 260, 1,000 shares, we're at 452. I'm like, all right, I'm not going to sell this until 480. But because I'm not an active trader, I'm not actively trading this. I'm just buying one position and holding. You know, I didn't lock in any gains. I'm all unrealized up till 452. But because I'm looking at the daily chart, thinking, okay, the target's 480. This thing fades all the way back down, and my mindset here is like, all right, we're just going to bounce here and go up 480. Like we're going to hit 480, right? And then it just keeps going lower and lower and lower, until eventually I'm like, okay, maybe I'll wait till power hour. You know, we're consolidating here. Maybe we'll trap shorts again, and maybe we'll rip up. So I'm going to hold this position here. And then before you know it, I'm all the way back down to break even, or even small green or small red. You know, when I could have just been actively trading it as it was going up to the target price and locking in gains Because if it doesn't hit the target, at least I have profit. At least I was able to capitalize on the momentum. So that's why I like the active trading. That's why I really like the active trading, because I'm locking up gains. I'm accumulating profit, and I'm locking it up, and I'm not in a position to where I could be, you know, getting close to my target point and then giving it all back because we were just 20 cents, in this case 30 cents shy of the target. So interesting stuff. But yeah, I know a lot of you guys were asking me about this script here, my custom script here. Previous candle low, previous candle high. I was getting some requests to get that out for you guys to use. So I do have that posted in the Discord under resources. So if you want to go over to the link in the description will take you to the Discord, Triad Trading Tribe, and you can come down here. Well, after you join in. After you join in, just come into resources, and then it should be right here, custom scripts, previous candle high and low. And then you can just open that up and then load that into Thinkorswim, and you'll be good to go. So let's take a look here quick at the statistics, and maybe I can showcase a couple trades for you guys and then wrap it up. So far, the biggest day this was the biggest day of May. Let's see here. I had one largest win of $300. My largest loss only 83. About a 1.5 to 1 risk. Oh no, 1 to 1.5 risk to reward ratio. Looks like my average winners were 1 second shorter, 33% shorter than my average loss, which is actually something to keep an eye on. Usually it needs to be flipped. My average winner should be longer than my average loser with the positive risk reward. Accuracy was good though. Past couple of days I've been having 40% accuracy, 42% accuracy. Today, 58% accuracy. So that definitely added a little bit to my confidence today, which I was able to take some decent size on a couple of trades. I think on one trade I was up 3,500 shares. We did break out. This is for the break of 4 in the first leg. We broke 4 by 1 second, and I sold. I was trying to sell at like 407. It topped out at like 407. Trying to sell at 407, flashes back down to 398, and I'm selling break even on 3,500 shares. which could have been an extra 300 bucks in my pocket, but it is what it is. Sometimes it happens, but I'll show you guys that trade too. That was a little bit risky. I mean, like, it could have been, that trade could have been disaster. You know, just taking massive size on the highest point of the leg here. So I was taking my massive size up in here where I should have been trading it, you know, 3K shares in here, because I was doing well. I was doing really well. So let's take a look at that. But for the most part, you know, decent profit margin, 50%. You know, I can't complain too much about that. I think I was just today not getting lost too much in the chop, not oversizing in the consolidation and in the chop, and focusing on the front side, and being most sized, most aggressive in the front side, and then as it was consolidating, not being too size, like not having too much size, like maybe only a couple hundred shares for me in the consolidation, and then maybe, you know, 1,000 up to 2,000 in the front side. So let's take a quick look here at the trades, and then we can wrap it up. Alrighty, let's see here. So REBN, let's see. I know I did get faked out here. So looking for the push here, looking for that breakout. Can't time it there. Took a 6-cent loss there. Down 55 here to start the day. I go even deeper into the red, actually. Still trying to get that opening surge. Looks like we got some resistance coming in, dipping down. Trying to catch a pop back up. Okay, and at 07. Adding to that, looking for that move. Okay, selling at 14. Damn, that wasn't a bad trade. Wasn't a bad trade. That puts me back into the green, baby. Oh, man. Okay, so that was actually not a bad trade. I just scaled out a little bit too fast there. So I'm holding 250 shares, kind of selling half. And then we did get the breakout, but I was only in on that 250 shares. I didn't add back. I was a little bit too nervous to add back there. I was kind of in a state of paralysis. I was a little bit nervous. But, you know, nice breakout there, back in the green. But then I completely just evaporate everything here and back into the red. Let's take a look here. Yeah, so this is where it all went downhill. Let's buy. I'm trying to buy this is what I'm thinking. We're gonna get a micro pullback, and then a break at 335, rip up to 350. That's what I'm thinking here. And what happens is we just start selling off. So it looks like an 80-cent loss there. 8-cent loss, sorry. Trying to buy the dip there. 3-cent gain. Buying the dip again at 302, and then we just flush back down. Selling at 298 where I should be buying. This is just a mess. This is a mess. Now I'm down, what, 138? Just went 138 at the low. 122. And then we get the miraculous red to green here. We do hold this previous level here. And we start ripping up. I should have been more aggressive. Should have been more aggressive here. I should have taken a position off the low and held. And then looking to add. I just couldn't trust it. So I got a quick there. Micro pullback. Oh, no, that was a small loss, actually. Man. When do I get in here? When do I get in? Man, I still can't time it right now. Okay, there we go. Okay, get a decent breakout there. 15 cents. Okay, in at 50, out at 59. Okay. So that is all small share size. Now I bump it up to 1K shares. In at 48, out at 54. I'm pulling back again. I need to be punching it here with 3K size. 3K size here. Not at $4. But I am coming off a cold stretch though, so I got to get myself some slack here. But up $200, not too bad. Trading 1,000 shares looks like a trade at 1,500 right there. So, you know, slowly but surely, getting back up there. But I need to see consistent action like this day in and day out of this, and then I can, you know, I'll be more comfortable punching, you know, 3K shares right at the open. like the opening range or the opening range breakout like this. But this past 2 weeks have been cold. Definitely understandable to take it a little bit easier, a little bit more conservative, a little bit more cautious here, just because we don't want to get stuck into any nasty trades. But very nice price action here. I do like it. I do mistime this next little push. We had a little bit 10-cent push there from there. I'm up about 212. Let's see, 241 up 248. Okay, looking for the pullback. And we're hold this level. I'm surprised that we held kind of high. And we push back up. I'm trading 700 shares. So it looks like we're getting this bull flag. So very nice. This is our kind of like our first pullback. So I'm thinking, this is not done yet, because this is the first pullback on what seems to be the winner of the day. Usually the first pullback holds up. So I'm up 250. Let's see. Okay, and there is where I can make that extra $100 there. So bottoming out here, it's classic bull flag, 1 minute bull flag. Boom, 700, adding to 2,100 shares, looking for the breakout. We don't immediately go, so I start sizing down in the retest of the highs because I didn't want to see that double top. We do break up to 4, but it wasn't that good. It wasn't that good. We topped out at 4, we pull back, and we hold this level again. And you could tell on the level 2. We hold this level again. It starts thickening up on 60s and bouncing back up. So that's what gives me a little bit of conviction for that break of 4. And I'm thinking if we break 4, this could be another 10 or 20 cent, 30 cent breakout. So that's why I start to get aggressive. I'm ready to watch this. Man, like this could have ruined my day or been a massive day. Popping back up. Now I'm like reclaiming this topping tail. I'm like, okay, this could be good. This could be good. 1K shares, okay. Take a quick half off. Adding back 3K shares at 92. Selling at 88.4 cents. So that's like $150 loss. Jump back in immediately. 3K shares again. I'm in 3,500 shares. And I start selling again. We broke out to 407. And I don't get any sells. I don't get any exit. I don't get any exit liquidity over 4. Selling at 4 or 398, 397. Still back to where I started though. Up 330, up 334. So I mean, it could have been a disaster of a day. I just got a little sloppy. Well, like, what if we, this topping tail, what if we never broke out over 4? And as soon as I bought that 353,000 shares, what if we double topped at 4 and rejected an instant flash 15 cents down? That would have been a red day. That would have been a red day. So I got to keep it tight. And I did keep it tight, actually. I did keep it tight, but I got to be, less aggressive here and more aggressive here. So I should have done a 3K size here and maybe 1K here, because as the stock is moving higher, it has a higher chance of eventually reversing. You're eventually getting closer and closer to that inevitable reversal. Every stock that goes up comes back down. Here, I thought it was still kind of early in the move, but I don't know. I guess it is what it is. I mean, it was the high for quite a while. And that was it. Had the consolidation, had the 1 minute bear trap, and then popping up over here. I was able to make, looks like I was able to make about $70 in the consolidation. I'm up about 408. And now starting to get some action here. Looks like some small size for now until I jump it up to 1K size here for the breakout. So looks like my mindset here is like, okay, we're popping up previous areas that we could not close. I'm thinking if anyone is short, they're going to have their stop losses here around 4. or 390. Because you see a lot of those topping tails, a lot of short sellers are going to be, stopping out in this area, which gives me a little bit more conviction. So in at 87, out at 89, waiting to time it. I'm trying to time it here. Boom, there we go. In at 91, adding at 95, selling all the way up here at 435. Got my first exit at 435, and unfortunately, my second exit down at 418. So kind of lost, what, 80 bucks there, maybe 80 bucks. So it could have been even bigger. Could have been an even bigger trade. But it's okay. It happens. Sometimes my first exit is worse than my second exit. So, in a way, it's like, yeah, if you scale out, you're going to have a potential of losing some of that profit if the first fill is better than the second. But also there's sometimes where that first exit is, the second exit is even higher than the first. So that's kind of the odds that you're playing when you're scaling out of a winner. I think for most people, since I struggle with holding on to winners a little bit, I think it might be better to scale out, because it gives you that extra couple seconds to hold onto a winner. Because it did work out, look here on the first red to green move earlier at the open here where my mouse is. That first red to green move, I was scaling out, but I still held 250 shares. And I was able to not the first red to green move. I would think it was just the opening surge. Yeah, the opening surge candle. And then, okay, so let's go back here. Yeah, so the first opening surge candle is, I'm starting to get a little sloppy here, but first opening surge candle, what I mean is, if you're scaling out, if you're like someone who has a hard time holding on to winners, scaling out gives you that extra kind of couple seconds to kind of reorient yourself and see the bigger picture. So like I was dipping down here, looking for that looking for the rip, scaling out. I sold half again, and then I'm like, oh wait, I'm in a good position here. Like my mind is starting to like realize that, okay, wait, there's actually a bigger move that's about to happen. So let me hold this, and I was able to hold that last portion for that the real move. Like this was the real move. So, giving yourself that extra time by scaling out can be very helpful. But yeah, here we did have that breakout, and then we pulled all the way back, which was crazy. This is madness. This is actually madness here. So we break out all the way up to 440, pull back to 380, and then pop all the way back up. Would have been a crazy dip to get in there, but also, I don't think I've ever seen something like that, in at least in a while. And that was it, backside after REBN. So that was most of the trades. That was the biggest trades that I had today, which turned out to be a pretty decent day. Can't really complain. So if you guys got some value out of this, definitely hit that thumbs up button for me. And if you're new, consider subscribing. Also check out the links on the description if you guys want the custom script here for the previous candle low, previous candle high. That will be in the Discord under the resources tab. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Peace.